Welcome to Families of Faith. We continue looking at popular Bible stories used in children's Bibles and Sunday school lessons. As a parent, you can learn some extra details and information and see how these stories all connect together into God's meta-narrative. Then, when you read them with your children, you can help them grow in their knowledge and understanding. We turn to Moses. Moses has many stories that pop up in children's Bibles and Sunday school lessons. It starts when he was a baby and his mother put him in a basket in the river so he wouldn't be killed. He was then found and raised by the king's daughter. Later in life, Moses kills an Egyptian who is attacking an Israelite. Then God calls him from the burning bush. Moses, along with his brother Aaron, then worked with God to get the Israelites out of Egypt with the plagues, the Passover, the parting of the Red Sea. Once in the wilderness, Moses leads God's people for 40 years. During this time, they make a golden calf idol. Moses gets the 10 Commandments twice, since he breaks the first set. God provides manna, water from a rock, healing from snake bites, and so on. As you read these stories with your children, you can add some information to help them understand how they all go together. Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. He did this during the 40 years that the Israelites spent in the desert. This time is really the beginning of God's chosen people becoming a nation. Prior to this, they were growing in numbers in Egypt, where they were enslaved by a fearful king. Now they were headed towards the Promised Land, where they would become a great nation. The stories recorded were designed to show God's love and how His promises were kept. They give the law, showing God's people how they are to live. They set up a covenantal relationship with God, showing the various sacrifices required for forgiveness and for worship. They are a reminder for the Israelites, as well as for us, who God is, who we are in relationship with Him, how we are to live, how we are to love and to worship Him, and how we are to teach our children about Him. Moses himself never makes it to the Promised Land. He was punished for striking the rock to bring water from it. So the Israelites sit on the opposite side of the Jordan, preparing to go into the Promised Land. This is just before Moses is going to die. He gives his final instructions in the book of Deuteronomy. This book summarizes the law. It tells parents it's their job to teach their children, and it highlights some of the stories from Egypt through their wandering. It's a good book to read and to reread on a regular basis, to recall all that God did for His people, as well as to be encouraged as a parent as you work to pass on the faith to your children.